Imagine a future where species vanish, not just from poaching or habitat loss, but from a silent crisis fueled by technology. This battle is unfolding right now, and the stakes couldn't be higher. You might think AI is merely reshaping industries, but it's also threatening the survival of endangered species, a connection that's more alarming than you realize. Picture a once thriving ecosystem now teetering on the brink. The real danger isn't just the loss of animals, it's the alarming decline in genetic diversity, which is crucial for resilience against diseases and climate change. Yet, many overlook how AI disrupts this delicate balance. As conservationists increasingly turn to AI for data analysis and decision-making, we must ask what happens when algorithms prioritize short-term gains over long-term survival. It's a ticking time bomb, and most of us remain blissfully unaware. When you hear about genetic manipulation or breeding programs, do you consider the long-term consequences? AI may streamline processes, but at what cost? Decisions made behind screens risk oversimplifying nature's complexities. Take the black-footed ferret as an example. Once declared extinct, it was revived through breeding programs. However, with AI now guiding these efforts, we face the risk of a homogenized gene pool. While these advancements are promising, they could lead to a future where these ferrets are mere shadows of their former selves. The implications extend far beyond one species. Entire ecosystems could unravel if we allow technology to dictate the fate of living beings. Can you grasp the weight of this reality? We urgently need to balance technological progress with the preservation of genetic diversity. This dilemma demands our immediate attention and innovative solutions. What if we harness AI not just for data analysis, but to enhance breeding programs that respect genetic variety? We can embrace technology while honoring the intricate web of life on our planet. The impact of AI on our natural world is profound, and it's time to engage with it thoughtfully. Are we allowing convenience to overshadow the essence of life itself? If this resonates with you, explore the critical genetic diversity warning signs that could shape our future. Together, we can raise awareness and protect what truly matters. What if I told you that the very technology we rely on for progress might be putting our planet's most vulnerable species at risk? Imagine a world where endangered animals could vanish, not just due to poaching or habitat loss, but because we're overlooking the impact of AI on genetic diversity. Right now, as AI systems analyze data and make recommendations, they often neglect a crucial element: genetic diversity. Many people don't realize how vital this is. It's not just about saving a species, it's about preserving the entire ecosystem. Consider a small population of cheetahs, with their genes closely monitored and adjusted by algorithms. At first glance, this seems like a smart approach. But what happens when those algorithms prioritize certain traits over others? A few generations down the line, we could end up with a population that lacks the resilience needed to adapt to changing environments. Remember the last time you heard about a breeding program for endangered species. These programs often use AI to select the best genetic matches. While that sounds promising, it overlooks a key factor: genetic variation. By favoring specific genes, we risk creating a future where these species become genetically uniform and unable to adapt. Take the Florida panther, for example. Once on the brink of extinction, genetic intervention helped their numbers recover. But what if the AI making those decisions focused solely on immediate survival? In a few decades, their descendants could struggle against diseases or climate changes, leading to a quiet extinction. As we move forward, it's crucial to recognize the risks we're taking. While algorithms may be efficient, they lack the intuition that nature provides. Relying solely on technology can lead to a well-meaning but ultimately flawed approach. Now, picture yourself in a lush forest, knowing that decisions made by AI could determine whether those trees and the creatures living among them thrive or fade away. The tension between technology and nature is real, and it's time for us to pause and reflect. So, what can we do? This isn't just a call to action, it's a plea for awareness. We need to advocate for policies that prioritize genetic diversity alongside technological advancements. It's essential to ensure that AI serves as a tool, not a replacement for nature's wisdom. As we navigate this critical moment, remember the future of endangered species hangs in the balance. We have the power to influence this path. The next time you hear about AI saving wildlife, consider the hidden dangers and join the conversation. Your awareness could be the spark that ignites change. Have you ever thought about what it really means when we call something endangered? It's more than just a label, it's a warning sign. Right now, we're facing a crisis that many people don't even realize is happening. Imagine a world where species vanish before our eyes, all because we overlooked one crucial detail: the genetic diversity that sustains life on Earth, the backbone of our ecosystem. In jeopardy. As technology advances, we're increasingly turning to AI to help solve our environmental issues. Sounds great, right? But here's the catch: this reliance might actually weaken the genetic diversity we need to protect. Think about trying to create a perfect clone of an endangered species. It seems like a noble effort, but it comes with a price at the loss of the rich variety that gives that species its resilience. Now, picture your favorite animal, maybe a tiger or a polar bear. Imagine it dwindling down to just a handful of closely related individuals. What happens if a disease strikes or the climate changes? Without genetic diversity, their chances of survival drop dramatically. The more we depend on AI for genetic preservation, the more we risk developing a false sense of security. We might believe we're saving these species, but we could just be delaying the inevitable. This issue isn't just scientific, it's a moral one too. Consider a small, isolated group of frogs that have thrived in the same pond for generations. As their habitat shrinks, scientists step in with high-tech solutions, implementing AI-assisted breeding programs focused on specific traits. In their effort to save these frogs, they might overlook essential genetic variations, creating even more challenges down the line. The tension rises as we realize that our modern solutions could unintentionally lead to the downfall of the very species we're trying to protect. What if we're not just preserving life but inadvertently sealing its fate? So, what can we do? It starts with awareness. We need to critically assess how we use technology, ensuring it enhances rather than diminishes genetic richness. Advocacy is vital, supporting policies that prioritize biodiversity over convenience. Here's the key takeaway: understanding genetic diversity isn't just a scientific task, it's our responsibility. As stewards of this planet,